Hello, this is DC6, and it's time for another Behind the ZCenes, because I made another quest, so I'll probably link this to the quest page in Pure ZC, so if you don't want any spoilers about this quest, then don't watch this. Okay, so anyways, this is my latest quest, Trouble with Exiled Warriors 2, and actually this is the palette, or the I guess example screens from the EZGBZ tileset quest template pack. So that's what I use for this quest. So let's go to the next map, and so yeah, I made the levels first in this case. So each one has kind of a strange palette, I guess. I think a lot of people were maybe turned off by that, so oh well, but the palettes are, I guess, the colors of Canadian sports teams, because what else am I going to use for a theme for levels? I mean, yeah. So this quest was just really an attempt to try out new features of 2.5, and one of the things that I did was edited pretty much every single enemy in the quest. So here's a list. So these ones here are the enemies that'll appear in this level, and then since I want to be able to select the enemies easier, I just put like 08 for the next level and then 07 for the next, so it keeps getting further back alphabetically, so it'll be easy to select. So now these are the overworld enemies. These are, yeah, so let's see what else. Then all the let me see. Yeah, the O1s are all the bosses. Put them all in level 9. But anyways, one of my favorite enemies was the Wind Dark Nuts. So these are basically like Death Knight type enemies, except they shoot wind as their weapon. So those were fun to create, and they have 66 HP. Okay, so yeah, one of the things about this quest is you start off with everything pretty much, and then you sort of lose everything. Not lose, but downgrade your items, lose hearts as you go along, so that the quest actually gets harder and harder as it goes along. So a lot of that was done in the initialization data. Didn't have to worry about that, didn't have any gravity, though you can do that. So actually this is a little bit before I'm gonna update the quest with some palettes that aren't as, I guess, eye-blaring. I don't know. But anyways, you can see in the initial data here, you start with 16 heart containers, then 2 heart containers, or 2 heart pieces per heart container. 100 HP, and then magic is only 1 bar. Each bar is 32, I guess, so. No level items. Items, only 3 bombs, but there's a ton of bomb upgrades, bomb bags around the overworld. And then 255 max. Oh, I had you start with the giant wallet or whatever anyway, so there's no super bombs. So equipment, so arrows, you basically start with everything. The arrow 2 is actually the silver arrows. I just changed it. I'll show you later what I did for that, for the most part. Boomerang, fire, short bow, candle 2. Froar's Wind I put in this game, and it's free, so you can use it whenever you want instead of using F6 if you don't want to use F6, if you think that's cheating. Hammer, hammer 2. It's hard to really put any upgrade or downgrade on a hammer, just because there's no special flags for a second level hammer. Same thing with the hook shot. Let's see what else. Lenses, I put a second lens of truth. This one has a shorter radius and it costs more magic. Okay, so what else? Potions, I put like 10 potions. So you can only buy, let's see, you can only buy the level 10 potion that, you know, once you use it, it'll become 9, 8, 7, 6, blah, blah, blah. So you have 10 uses of it. I wanted to make it so like if you picked up a blue potion, a level 1 potion, then you know turn red and then go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but you can't do that, so that was kind of disappointing. You probably need to do scripting to do that, so whatever. Okay, shield, magic shield. There's only one enemy that can eat your shield, the like, and that's way at the end. That's final boss stuff. Okay, swords. So the magical sword is the level 1 sword, white sword is the level 2 sword, wooden sword is level 3, but these ones aren't in the quest, so don't worry about it. Okay, wallets. Yeah, you start with the $9.99 wallet, wand, 2 wands. So maybe I should actually show those in the item sub-menu here. Okay, so for example, the arrows. So the wooden arrow is now level 2. I think normally it has a damage of 4. Silver arrow has damage of 4 instead of 8. I think it has the same damage as the magical sword, so I think that would be 8. And they use rupees instead of whatever. See, is that anywhere? No. Okay, the music I have in the background is Suikoden because that's what the music is here, at least in the overworld, and I'm also doing Let's Plays of that too, so. Okay, and then same thing here, Boomerang 3 is level 1. I thought the damage would have been higher, but whatever. Okay, what else? Candle 2, same thing, this is level 1. Did I really downgrade it that much? Oh yeah, I did. This one has 0 damage, so... You can use it as like a boomerang type weapon to stun enemies if it's damage 0, but other than that, it's not too useful. Okay, so fairies, I changed these 2. So regular fairy gives you back 5 hearts, stationary one gives you all your hearts. Well, I guess I could have just clicked this, and put 100, but you're never going to have more than 24 hearts, so same thing. Aurora's Wind, let's see, where do you change that? Oh yeah, here, action, 0 magic cost, so Aurora's Wind is free to use. Now, the hammer I think is just weaker. Yeah, much weaker. So 4 damage, white sword damage to 1 damage, which is like half of the wooden sword. Okay, so here's another item. It's invisible. This is the heart minus, so it's a heart container. But if you look at pick up here, yeah, increase counter max minus 16. So that means when you pick up this item, you'll actually lose a heart container. So that's why if you notice in some parts, like in this level here. Let's see, where did I put the heart minus? I put it up here, so it should be right here maybe. Where is it? Yeah, right there. So it's invisible, but there is a heart minus there, so you're going to lose a heart container if you walk along this hallway there. And in all these places where there are heart minuses, there's no enemies for the most part, so you're not going to be able to sort of glitch your way over it without touching it or picking it up. Okay, so let me go back here. Okay, so Lens of Truth 1. The lens width is 120 and it only uses 1 magic, so the magic goes down very slowly, but Lens of Truth 2 it uses double the magic and the radius is only 1/4, so it's quite the downgrade there. Like, some of these aren't really that much of a downgrade, some of them are. Especially the sword and the ring, oh my gosh. Okay, what else? Oh, I put the magic rings and heart rings in too at the shops. I don't really think I changed anything about those. Okay, and then potions. This was kind of time consuming, but yeah. So it's not really that difficult, just keep lower level items, gain all whatever. Put the upgrade item when collected twice, but it's not going to really work. Unless it's just to the next level, it's not going to increase it further than the next level. So like a potion 1's, if you upgrade it'll become potion 2, but it'll never become potion 3. Okay, and rings. Ring 1 blue, this is one you start with, and damage divisor of 3. This one has damage divisor of 2. You'll pick the red ring up in level 9. And then I think the only other ones are really the sword and the wallet. So magical sword is one you start with, has damage of 4. And then the white sword is 3, I think. Okay, I thought it was 3 and 2, but I must have been wrong. Okay, and then the wand. The level 1 wand is actually the strongest weapon you'll have in the game. I don't know if people really pick up on that, but the only thing is it doesn't shoot magic. There's 2 ways you can do that. Just make the magic cost really, really high. More magic than you'll actually have will do it. Or you can just, I think in data, allow magic without books. So if you uncheck this, then it won't shoot magic, I believe. And 1-2 will shoot magic and cost 0, but as you can see there is 0 damage, so it's just another glorified boomerang. Alright, so that's all for the items. And generally speaking about the levels, there's really nothing I haven't shown that I've done in previous quests, except for the hub rooms here. So one thing about 2.5 is you can have more than 1 warp per screen, so all these warps go to different places. So this one is stairs A, so you go into tile warp here, specify where you want A to go, B to go, C to go, and D to go. So that's a really, really nice thing to have in 2.5. Another nice thing to have in 2.5 is, I forget which rule it is. Shoot. Is it NES fixes? I don't think it was. Maybe it was. Let me see. Okay, I can... yeah, the arrival square is obsolete if you use the recommended quest rule. Use warp return points only. Yes, so it's a very, very nice rule to have. It makes the green thing obsolete, and that is what leads to a lot of continue bugs and things like that. It's very nice that that is able to be obsoleted with having several warp return points. Okay, so yeah, here's flames, here's oilers, and then the layers for them. Here's Canucks, and then next one is senators. And then, oh yeah, one thing I did here is I made an enemy called the block bubble. Where did I put it? I think it's, yeah, block bubble. So this is basically a walking enemy with shields on all sides and blocks everything. Yeah, it has shields on all sides, and it will block all of your attacks. Oops. Well, I guess it doesn't matter here. If it has all the shields, then you're not going to be able to hit it. Anyways, but yeah, this is a arrow trigger. If you look here, 5 is arrow trigger, so these block bubble enemies here, you can see them down here. But they'll be walking back and forth here, and you have to shoot this thing without hitting the block bubbles. And then more layers. This is Canadians, this is Maple Leafs, this is nothing. Jets, Blue Jays, and Raptors. This is the final level, and this level is just basically boss gauntlets. Yeah. So actually, another reason I chose this theme for Dungeon Palace is because there's 9, so 9 professional Canadian Big 4 sports teams, so yay. And then here's just all the caves and the houses. They're all same template really, so I don't really care too much about this. It's where you get all the bombs and the bomb upgrades, the heart containers, money, all that stuff. And then here's the overworld, so it's in like 5 sections here, but they all basically use the same palette. And I think the palette on the interface here is different, but it's basically the same if you look in the D maps. I just wanted to have different markers on the map in the bottom left down here, so I could tell which one's which. So, the layers, and then I just made this. This is like the alternate palettes for these levels. So this is Flames, this is Oilers, it's Canucks, Senators, Canadians. Which one is this? Maple Leafs, I think. I didn't really put too much thought into the palette itself. This is Jets, Blue Jays, and then Raptors. I just picked whichever one looked kind of nice, I guess. And the way I did this was I went to here, you go File, you go Export, Map. And then, let's see, I'll just make a new map here. Map count 20. So we go into 20 here, and then here we go, import map, and let's just do this one, I guess. Did it work? No, I don't think it worked, so I'll export this map, whatever. What? I must have imported the D maps. Oops. Yeah, you go total copy, and then whatever. This is just the overworld, so yeah, it'll import the map, it'll import all the flags, secret combos, everything, enemies. The only thing you have to change is where the warps go, so you just go, like, say, screen, tile warps, and then you have to change it. It's going to be A, so inside. So if I go into D maps here, these are the original D maps, all these up to 14, and then oops. Let me just reopen this. No. So if I go into D maps here, yeah, I made the copies here. So I have to make the copies and then switch all of the tile warps and side warps. So that's what I did to change the D maps here. And I think I might change the music too. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'll just show you the final boss too. So go into enemies here. Final boss, I believe. I think it's in Z's. Yeah, ZZ. So this is the final boss. It's a gel. So when it dies, it will split on death into enemy number 53, which is. Wait. 153? Is it? Huh. Oh yeah, this is 53. Sorry, I was looking at the HP. So it splits into the likes. This one splits into 52, which is this one. This one splits into the Death Knight. This isn't a Death Knight, it's a Gibdo. I don't know why. It's a Dark Death Knight type enemy, but it's actually Gibdo. Has no weapon, all that stuff. This one splits into ropes. This one splits into Lionels. Lionels are the most dangerous because they actually shoot weapons. And then Cole's Voice, Arrow, Zol, and Tektite. So, yeah, the Pole's Voice here. Wait, actually I didn't use the Pole's Voice, I think. I think I got rid of that. Yeah, I got rid of the Pole's Voice. I originally had this one here, and then I had somebody split into 3 enemies, but then I realized that would just be too much of a mess in the final boss area, so change that. And then the other Pole's Voice enemies, for example, let's see. Well, this one I was going to make weak to the hookshot, but it didn't work, so I changed it to the candle, I think. So, yeah, fire defense, 1-hit kill, so everything else ignore, and then it will be killed by the candle very easily. And then another one was hammer, this one. Yeah, hammer defense, 1-hit kill. And then for the Gomas, I think this one is weak to... No, this one is weak to the arrows. So no defense to arrows, everything else block. And instead of shooting like one fireball at a time, it shoots it out in breath type, so it just goes whenever its eyes open, so I have to be careful about that. And then Goma 2 is weak to the sword, so you can nail it with your sword. And that's all. But it's basically, other than that, it's the same as a normal Goma. Let's see, anything else? I changed most of these bosses. Oh, the Dig Dogger Darknut. This one's really annoying, so... Okay, so when you blow the whistle, I made it spit out. These ones are Dig Doggers, I think, Dig Dogger Kids, and these ones are Darknuts. So 5 of each enemy, so it'll release 20 enemies. It's pretty crazy. And then, let's see, Land Molas, I just made them longer, 20 segments. And then they have more HP. Moldorm, this one's a really long one with, I don't think it's actually 1,000 segments, it's more like 200. And then this one is only 20 segments, but it's very, very strong. Has a lot of HP. Patras I changed too, so if you go in here, Data 2, you can change the amount of outer eyes and their HP and things like that. That's a level 1. Level 2 I think is 2 rows of 12, yeah. And this one's weapon, instead of fireball, is a fire trail, so it'll release little fires behind it sometimes. Okay, here's some music I used in the overworld. Okay, Stalfos 3 and 4. Let's see. I guess that's all the bosses. Okay, well anyway, I guess that's about all for this behind the ZCenes of this quest. So hopefully you can know some background about this and all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you next time if I ever make another quest.